What's up, guys? Universal Mastery. So what I do on my channel is I break down the occult principles so that you can use them in your day-to-day life and get real, actual, practical results. So what I'm going to be talking about in today's video is one of the most foundational principles that you are ever going to need to understand just in your life in general, and when it comes to being able to move forward. And what that principle is going to come from is one of the 7 Hermetic principles. So what we're going to be focusing on is the first principle: the universe is mental. Stay tuned. Okay, so the first thing that I want to say is go and check out my Patreon. The Patreon is going to be right here. In order to get to the Patreon, it's going to be the first link in the description. Basically what it is you're going to gain access to some exclusive videos that are not on my YouTube channel, and you're going to gain access to exclusive videos weekly that once again will not be on my YouTube channel. In order to gain access to these videos and be able to conversate with me whenever you want about the occult, it is going to cost $9.95 a month, which literally comes out to less than $1 a day. So there's no reason why you shouldn't be able to afford that. Tier 2 and up is how you're going to gain access to those videos. You can check out the other tiers. They have different things that I offer. So definitely check that out. And I want to give a special shout out to those of you who are already my Patreons. Right now, I believe I have 7 Patrons, which is funny because that definitely corresponds to the 7 principles of the Hermetics. At least that's how I'm connecting it. But I want to give a special shout out to you guys because I really appreciate it. I mean, I really appreciate the support, and you know, at the same time, I definitely know that the videos I have on there offer tons of value. So I just want to say thank you guys and give you guys a special shout out as well. But other than that, going right into this video. So the first principle of the Hermetic teachings is the principle of mentalism, okay? And what I'm gonna do in this video is break down that principle, okay? So what exactly does that principle mean? Okay, so the mind is all and the universe is mental. Basically what that principle means is everything comes from the mind. Every single thing that you do, you can almost think of the mind as being the computer, the desktop. It is literally everything that you do has to get processed or passes through some section of your mind. Energy gets processed through the mind. Things move through the mind that then cause you to, move your muscles. Things that you're unconscious of, like your heart beating, just breathing in general. Most people just breathe, it's just a natural thing, but your mind is actually programming, making sure that it's happening at the right times. So everything is truly mental. And the truth about that principle is the fact that there is, truly, and I'm gonna say this, there is truly nothing that is impossible. There are some things that you would think would be completely irrational, that could not happen, just would never happen, like completely out of this realm of possibility. But the truth is, with this principle, and there is, this is 100% true, anything is truly possible. Now, it's gonna take a lot of development on your mind to, well, first, the first thing that you're gonna have to develop is the understanding that it truly, everything is possible. That alone, to actually believe that and know that's true, that's hard. Not a lot of people can do that. That's the first step, though. Then you have to actually work on it. You have to practice with it. There's a lot of things that you're gonna have to uncover within your own mind and see what you're capable of. But once again, as I said, everything is mental. So if you actually do believe something's possible and you actually go and try to make it happen, whatever that thing is, it could be literally you levitating off of the ground. It could be you moving objects with your hands. It could be whatever it is. If you believe it hard enough and you put energy and effort and consistency into making that thing happen, you will, at some point in your life, experience that thing. Now, obviously, the reason why most people aren't doing that is, one, because there's levels to it. So obviously, most people don't even believe everything's possible. Beliefs hold so many people back. Then there's people who may believe it, but they're not actually taking the steps to move forward with it. They're not actually practicing. They're not being consistent with it. They're not doing the best that they can to work on themselves to be able to experience that phenomena that is actually possible. So you have to align yourself. You have to balance yourself. You have to really put in a lot of effort, and it's not easy. But anything is possible, no matter what it is. Someone can tell you something over here, like whatever they say. They could say, this is not, you could never do this, you could never do that, this is impossible. And you can, with the principle of mentalism, you can look at what they're saying and have that basic understanding that, well, that's what you're creating for yourself because you don't think that's possible. You have your own mind, which means that's the reality that you're creating for yourself. So if you don't believe that's possible, then that's your reality. But just because you don't believe it's possible doesn't mean that my reality has to exist within your reality. I can say it's possible, and I can tell you, no, you're wrong. Like, the universe is mental, and the mind is all. And it's true. It really is true. You can literally put your mind to absolutely anything, and you can, as I said, with consistency, energy, time, and effort, you will manifest that thing. So that's why it's very important to realize what exactly is it that you're going for. That's why it's important to figure out what is that purpose that I have. What is that purpose that I feel like is the reason why I'm here? Because no matter what it is, you can create anything. If you don't want to work a 9 to 5, if you don't want to live with the people that you're living with right now, if you don't like the relationship you're in right now, if you don't like the way that you are right now, if you don't like the way you look, if you don't like the way you talk, the way you act, the way you carry yourself right now, if you don't like the environment you're in, like where you're located, if you want to live in a different state or a different country, these are all things that you have to factor in. What are the things that you want to change? What are the things that you feel like are ideal for yourself? Know thyself, okay? And then once you figure out those things, focus on them. Realize that these things are possible, but you're going to have to take the steps that are necessary, which is eat healthy, take care of yourself, focus on yourself, invest in yourself, and keep in mind that these things are possible, and you will eventually get to these things if you move in the direction of where these things are. So if you want to move somewhere else, then what you're going to have to do is start saving up so that you can actually go and move. And keep that in mind. I am saving up for this. That's what I mean by focus on it. I am saving up for this. Or if let's say you want to lose weight, or you want to change your appearance, you want to change the way you act, then start eating healthy. This is something you should already naturally be doing. Start eating healthy and keep in mind of what it is that you want to look like, and then go for that every day. Do not cheat, do not slip up. Try your hardest to stay true to that. And you will notice within 3 months you will have, like, if you stay consistent with it, you will be a completely different person. You may not be exactly where it is that you see yourself being, but you will have changed so much from who you were, and you will eventually work your way towards being what it is that you see for yourself. And this goes for all things. If you don't want to work a 9 to 5, what is it that you want to do? Because in the world that we live in, we have an ability to create our own, you could say, empires. We have an ability to create our own streams of income. I mean, literally, like, I make money off of YouTube, and I'm doing what I'm completely passionate about. I'm sitting here making videos about things that I talk about daily, things that I feel like are so essential to life, and it's just like a win-win. Like, I'm sharing this information, and I'm able to receive money so that I can do this more often. That's why I really appreciate my Patreon supporters, And that's why, you know, I put valuable content on my Patreon, because it's a win-win. I'm giving them value, they're giving me value, and I'm doing what I love to do. And you can do the same thing for yourself, but first you got to figure out, what do you love to do? What could you do daily and feel, you know, good about doing? And you know, some people don't want to work 9 to 5s for the rest of their life, and that's definitely me included. Right now I work part-time, and my goal is to slowly and surely, and this is going to happen within time, as I start to make more money doing what I do here on YouTube, and obviously I'm going to find other ways to monetize different things as well. It's just going to grow my business, grow my empire, things in that nature, but I will eventually never have to work a 9 to 5 again. But you've got to start somewhere, okay? You've got to start somewhere, and you can do it. There is no one saying that you can't do it. You can do it, okay? No matter what it is. It could be selling things on eBay. You could be affiliate marketing with Amazon. It could be whatever you want. Maybe you do want to climb the corporate ladder. Maybe that is what you feel drawn towards, and there are people that do that, and they're very successful. So figure out what it is that you want to do and put your mind to it, because anything's possible as long as you fight for it, as long as you believe it and you work towards it. Okay, there will be resistance. Okay, there will be outside forces. This is where outside forces come in, and it's not that people are evil. It's not that people want to see you fail. You've got to look at it from a balanced perspective. There is going to be outside forces that tell you it's not possible, and they're not telling you it's not possible because they're evil or because they don't like you, because they hate you. They're telling you it's not possible because that's an energy. That's an energy that you need to fuel yourself, okay? You need to transmute that. That is one of the most powerful tools that you could ever apply, is the tool of transmutation. Realize that energy of someone telling you that you cannot do what it is that you want to do, or you think you know you can do, that is an empowerment. That's an ability to say, no, fuck you, I'm gonna do that regardless. Like, fuck off, I'm gonna do that. Once again, it's not because the person's evil, it's not because they hate you, maybe they don't like you, I don't know, but it shows, and there is a truth to what it shows. It shows that person is not the strongest minded person, because they're being that vehicle to provide that energy of, you could say, negative energy, because once again, you need a positive and you need a negative to create power. And I know you've heard the saying, if you don't have haters, then you're doing something wrong. And there is a lot of truth to that. You've got to look at it from an outside perspective. It's not that you're going to get to a point where you never have a hater again. That is an energy, okay? You got to stop looking at the hater as like, oh, this person's screwing me up. And then you start playing the victim mindset, like, it's not fair, this person's hating this, blah, 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 blah. This person hates us. It's an energy. Transmute it. Become strong enough so you can look at what they're saying, okay, and you can say what you want to say to them. You can tell them off if you want, but in the back of your mind, realize that is a powerful energy that they're providing for your platform, or for whatever manifestation, creation that it is that you want to come forth. They're telling you can't do it. And that is a pressure, that is a resistance. And once again, diamonds are formed and they are created under pressure, under resistance. And a diamond is absolutely beautiful. Diamonds are pretty much flawless, and they're solid. They are rock solid. So keep that in mind. But yeah, other than that, guys, this was the principle. This is principle number 1 of the Hermetics. Mentalism. Everything is possible. It's all in your mind, and we all have this tool. We all have our minds, and we all have the same ability, but some of us are much more aware of how to use that tool than others. Okay, that's all I'm gonna say. Thanks for watching, guys. Definitely make sure that you hit the thumbs up, hit that like button, then go over here, hit the subscribe button, then hit the notification bell above that, because I post videos as often as I can. And once again, definitely make sure you check out the Patreon. That's going to be the first link in my description. Then you go to the link below that. That's going to take you to my Hecate sigil merch. So go and check that out. It's going to take you to my Streamlabs store, where you can literally place an order for one of those shirts and they will mail it straight to your door. Then go to the third link below. That's going to take you to the Facebook community. When you click that link, it's going to take you to the page, and you're going to see a pinned post that says, click this private group. You click that, it'll take you over to the private group, and then I will accept you in there if you request to join. And what I do on there is I post a little bit of extra content in the form of quotes and pictures. So the goal is to get a bunch of like-minded people together and make it a small community. But other than that, I'm going to leave it here. I will see you guys on the next video, and I hope you have a wonderful day or night wherever you are. Peace.